Okay, a little criminal is down here. So he's walking back and forth, and we're gonna see what his little bitch ass does. He's got a white truck. Okay? And we're gonna see what his little filthy, skanky ass does. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn on my tape recorder right now. I'm gonna get outside the tent real fast in order to show you the as soon as I turn on my phone, so I can record this as well. And you see if he's got a white truck. It's right over there. Well, you can see he walked down the sidewalk over there. Now we're gonna see if his little filthy skanky ass comes up and down in here, and we're gonna see what he has to say if he does. Yesterday I was inside this San Diego Hall of Justice wearing a white t-shirt that says I was sexually harassed by San Diego sheriff's officers, caught gang stalking me and constantly said around me on audio file as it was occurring. So I also made an audio file this morning concerning let's see if anybody comes down to this area in the next 30 days. So we're gonna see if his little whore skanky ass comes down up in here. We're gonna see what kind of lies he states pertaining to who he is and why he's here. Okay? I'm talking about organized stalking, staged events, street theaters. Okay, now he walked down the sidewalk headed towards that way, and we're going to see if he comes down up in here. So you can see right now that it's 10:29 a.m. on 4/24/2014. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this... He's walking back now. No, wait, that's a bicyclist. So what I'm going to do to save video time is I'm going to shut this video file off. And as soon as I see him walking back towards on the sidewalk or anybody else maybe attempting to approach me, I'm going to turn the video file back on. I'm also going to get out a magnifying glass that enables me to be able to see from a distance. Here's the magnifying glass, and I'm going to try and get his license plate from this area. We're going to see if any police come down up in here. I'm a target victim and activist concerning the crimes of gang stalking, and I'm going to stop this video file now, and as soon as I respot him, I'll start a new video file. And this is being done so I can save video time. Did that guy just say gang stalk? Okay, so I'm looking at his truck right now. The license plate is... Alright, I gotta... Alright, I gotta set the video camera down for a second so I can hold my... Alright, hold on a second. Okay, 1357 is the last 4 digits on his license plate. I'm going to try and get the first 3 or 2. 1411357. Now we're gonna see if his little skanky ass tries to say that he was down checking the area for the property owner and or the irrigation systems, and we're gonna see if he's used to call the property owner. Organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions will use anybody and everybody. Okay, he's reappearing right now at my line of sight. I'm gonna be quiet for a second, and let's see if he comes down here and says anything. He's gonna act like he did. If he comes down up in here, he'll act like he didn't know I was here, and then he'll say, "Well, you can't be here. I'm gonna notify the police and/or property owner." Watch, he's here for a reason. The day after I go down to the Hall of Justice, he's appearing here. Okay, I'm gonna turn on my tape recorder. The tape recorder is now on. And he's going back into his vehicle. So he's either being used... Hang on a second. So he's either being used as a prop, okay? In order for me to see him. That's right. In order to make it appear legitimate in case the property owner or police arrive on the scene. That way they can say, well, you're even saying that he saw you. That's right. This is what they do in order to make it appear that everything that's happening to me is happening because of normal appearing excuses and reasons. Okay, let's see if he drives away. The tape recorder's now on. And he pulled away. Now, in organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions, let me again show you the date and time. In organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions, they either pull this shit to make a target individual paranoid that they're going to get caught hiking, and or to make it appear that the property owner and or police have a normal appearing reason to know you're here. These are the criminal realities of gang stalking. The whole goal at the end of the day is to do two things. To make it appear that the prop that they use for me to see him, because think about it, there's only two lines of sight for me to be able to see what's going on the sidewalk. That little hole that's directly right there, okay, from my point of view once I'm sitting inside the tent, and that little hole that's right there, concerning me being inside the tent, sticking my head out of it, and turning my head to the right. He parked right there, right at that line of sight, and he stood right there. Okay? So, what I'm saying right now is that earlier today, about an hour and a half ago, I made a video. I'm sorry, I made an audio file. And on the audio file, it proved what today's date was because I was listening to the KOGO radio station. I said, let's see if any event transpires here today. Now, that includes him being used if this was nothing but a physical prop designed for me to notice him. Okay? Then he is used to call either police and or property owner in order to make it appear that the police and or property owner have a normal appearing reason to come here to say that they were called, okay, and then to evict me and to give me a trespass notice and or a ticket and force me to move, and even go as far as arresting me. Now, yesterday I went down to the San Diego Hall of Justice in order to try to attend a hearing concerning some of Officer Hayes's, who's a police department, who's a ex-police officer who's just fired, or he just resigned, whatever. He was accused of sexually harassing several women. So I guess two of the victims, maybe, I think it was two, gave their testimony yesterday in court. I heard that it was going to happen on the radio show yesterday morning, so I got dressed and went down there. And by the time I got down there, and literally got inside the building and then went up on the floor where the courtroom was, they were just literally breaking up. Okay, and gang stalk was said along was said throughout the whole time duration while I was in that building, the Hall of Justice. I also put on the white t-shirt with the black lettering that said, "Learning Disabled Woman Sexually Harassed by San Diego Sheriff's Officers Inside the Hall of Justice. District Attorney will not investigate why." That's right. As I'm literally standing in the presence of at least one San Diego Sheriff's officer, gang stalk was caught being set around me by multiple different people in the Hall of Justice yesterday. So basically what they're doing is, see, what you got to understand in gang stalking expeditions is that they do these things for you to notice, so you to lead your thinking. It's called psychic driving. They're physical prompts, or they will use conversations, statements, in order to lead your thinking. That's why I made a bunch of videos throughout the entire year of 2013 stating that they were getting people to get up on the sidewalk and say, gang stalker, why don't you come and steal our stuff? I also made videos throughout the entire year, practically every single day, that they were putting people up on the sidewalk to not only say, gang stalker, why don't you come and steal her stuff, but they were also putting people up on the sidewalk to say, gang stalker, why don't you call the cops on her? Now, when you look at those two statements alone, okay, concerning some of the methodologies that they were using against me here at this location by putting people up on the sidewalk to say, gang stalker, why don't you come and steal her stuff, as they rode their bikes by, jogged by, or walked by. I also made other statements in these videos that I was making every single day throughout the entire year 2013, that they were also putting people up on the sidewalk to say, gang stalker, why don't you call the cops on her? So let's take a look at this. I was also talking about how they had set up some individuals to hike out 200 feet away who were constantly yelling, gang stalking. Now, hold on a second, I got a frog in my throat, hang on. Now let's take a look at this. I made a video every single day, stating that they were doing this here at this hiking area. This hiking area has got a code number attached to it and a code word. The code number is 201815142613-247-239. The code word is GILL times 2. I'm a woman, not a man. HA location, I've been here since October 2012. I am preparing to move from here, though. I got about 97% of my property moved. Now, getting back to what they were doing on the sidewalk and how I was legally responding to it, I was exposing it by making a video every single day concerning what they were doing, pertaining to how the individuals that they put up to hike out about 200 feet away, who finally magically moved out a week and a half ago. Once I started moving my property out of here, they magically all of a sudden packed up and moved. That's right. Now, they were harassing me every single day within 10 days of me moving to this location back in October 2012. They yelled gang stalking every single day and practically every night while I was here throughout the whole time duration of while I was here up until about a week and a half ago. They were also putting people up on the sidewalk to say gang stalker, gang stalking, or gang stalk. Why don't you come and steal our stuff, as they rode their bikes by, jogged by, or walked by. Then they would also do the same thing, except where they would say, gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her? Now let's take a look at this. They would put people up on the sidewalk to jog by, ride their bike by, or walk by and say, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff? And at separate times, gang stalk, or gang stalker, or gang stalking, why don't you call the cops on her, or why don't you come and steal her stuff? These are statements of people making threats as they're saying gang stalk. I made a video about it practically every single day throughout the entire year of 2013 up until about the first week of December. This event was caught on a sidewalk right across the street on Thanksgiving Day, November 28th, 2013. Do you hear these two men say gang stalk as they're threatening me? Remember what I've already stated, that they were putting people up on this sidewalk to say, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal her stuff, a threat, and gang stalk, why don't you call the cops on her, a threat. Then this happens across the street towards me on a sidewalk on Thanksgiving Day, which is at the end of the year 2013, after I was making videos about it every single day concerning it happening here. Do you hear these guys say gang stalk? Gang is stalking, I'm gonna F you up. They're threatening me as they're saying gang stalk. Gang of stalking, I'll fuck you up. This event that you just heard took place on Thanksgiving Day 2013. Okay? Now, hang on a second. Alright, so now another bum is walking by. Let's see if his little bitch ass comes down up in here. And if he does, let's see if he has a problem with me having a video camera. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna shut up this tent in order to create some space between me and him in case he comes down here. Tape recorder is still running. Alright, so hold on, I'm gonna watch to see where he's going. Alright, it's the filthy bum that was involved in some other gang stalking of me. Alright, now I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. What they're basically doing is harassing me along all my routes, everywhere I go, every single day. That's right. By repeating gang stalk along all my routes, every single day, everywhere I go, including in my hiking areas. Now, this is me being a victim of their crime. This crime is happening to me, okay? It's not happening because of anything I'm doing or because of anything I know. Or not because of anybody that I know. This crime is happening to me. Then all you gotta do is ask yourself, why won't the San Diego police make a police report concerning the factual reality that I'm a gang stalking target? And just to take a special note, the truck that just pulled out of here was white. Now you can go to YouTube and Google and type in gang stalking and color harassment and notice how they use black, white, and red, and vehicle color harassment concerning how they let the target individual know that they're being stalked by using specific types of vehicular harassment, and these vehicles are either black, white, or red. I'm in San Diego, California, and my name is Leslie Williams. This is just a tidbit file. Now we're going to see if anything at all transpires concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me at this area. And I made an audio file this morning concerning it. Now, this also might have been just their way to get me to notice him, so I'll be brought back to the thinking of what could happen, what might happen, or what will happen. That's right. These are called props. They're called street theaters, designed to either make you see something or hear something to excite and stimulate thinking about what might happen, what could happen, or what will happen as a result of you camping. This homelessness that you're seeing me in right now is a direct result of my rent being stolen by the gang stalking expedition of me through a United States Postal Service employee. Go to Google and type in organized stalking and or gang stalking and mail theft and mail delayment, and then in a separate search, postal workers. It's organized crime in the system at the federal, state, and local level. And once they create the homelessness of the target individual, they continue to have the target individual gang stalked along all their routes, including at their hiking areas. That's right. That's right. That's right. And then they try to claim that the target's crazy for talking about it, and that they can't take care of themselves because they're homeless, even though the gang stalking is factually happening, and because they're the ones who created the homelessness. These are the methodologies and schemes of gang stalking. I'm in San Diego, California, and my name is Leslie Williams. Why do you think these guys are saying gang stalking towards me? Do you honestly think that they're saying it for no reason? All you gotta do is listen to what I'm saying, and listen to what they're saying. Now, as far as, you know how I talked about how they set up some individuals? Hang on a second. Now I talked about how they set up some individuals to hike out about 200 feet away from me within 10 days of me moving to this area back in 2012. Go to Google right now and type in how they will rent apartments adjacent to a target, or in order to harass them, and or how they will get the cooperation of fellow tenants and or neighbors, okay, to have them to have these fellow tenants that are above, below, or next to a target. They will solicit their cooperation by soliciting their cooperation to get the fellow tenants to let them gain access to their apartment by lying about the target and saying the target needs to be under surveillance, so they can gain access to fellow tenants' apartments that are above, below, or next to a target in order to harass a target. Now, if you don't believe this, I want you to listen to this. This is a nationwide famous targeted individual. His name is James Walbert. God bless his heart. He's all over the internet in reference to him being a gang-stalking target. He's been covered on national radio shows. He's testified before the Bioethics Commission, and he's also been in Wired magazine. I want you to listen to what he's saying concerning how they will rent apartments adjacent to a target. Now, if they'll go through all that, and also additionally gang stalk a target along all their routes, do you honestly think they won't gang stalk them to a hiking area? Just listen.
Continue with explain. You know what? The audience, as well as myself, I had a lot of issues when I first tried to look into gang stalking, and I wasn't really sure. I thought gang stalking meant gangs, like the Bloods and the Crips, stalking people for, going against them or whatever. And it turned out I was completely wrong. So I know a lot of other people have had the same, idea of what gang stalking is. Do me a favor and try to explain to the audience exactly what gang stalking is. Okay, gang stalking will incorporate one or more individuals that are focused upon a targeted individual. Now, the terminology behind a targeted individual would rely upon a program that is designed, and it's specifically designed to specifically terrorize this individual to the point of over-observation, or maybe a hyperactivity of intervention of a person's life. They will stalk them usually at work. They will usually move in around them if they live in an apartment complex or a small community. I've even seen people that live in secure gated communities that are experiencing the exact same things. And these things don't start with just...
Okay, I gotta go. I got stuff to do today. Again, I'm gonna show you. Keep this video private until after you move from the aforementioned number-coded and worded-coded HA location, which is this location. Okay? You can see that it's April 24th, 2014. And I'm going to use this phone to use the voice command feature so the phone can state the date electronically.
Say a command. April 24th, Thursday, 10:50 a.m.
Okay, now we're going to see if any problems happen here. I don't give a shit why they say they're approaching me or how they know I'm here. I don't care. It will be gang stalking related. All you got to do, I haven't even uploaded the audio file of yesterday of gang stalking being constantly said around me inside the Hall of Justice. It's been caught being said around me constantly inside the San Diego Police Department headquarters, inside the San Diego City Council meeting chambers, and along all of my routes. All you got to do is go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman exposes evidence of gang stalking, learning disabled woman exposes flat out evidence of gang stalking, and what you're listening for is individuals being around me saying gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk, oh my god, gang stalk, weird, crazy, oh my god, in that way, or just using combinations of flipping the words around repetitively and non-stop. And if you listen to these YouTube videos, you will hear it. And when you watch these YouTube videos, make sure you look in the description of each one, because copied and pasted additional YouTube titles are in the description of a lot of those videos that show other videos of the same method happening around me everywhere I go. The same exact identical to a T verbal harassment happening around me everywhere I go. It's their way to let me know that I'm being gang stalked by literally getting around me and repeating the name of the crime everywhere I go in the same exact identical verbal way. And 800 audio files don't lie. Thank you for listening and have a nice day.